The National Signing Day Special is presented by Nissan. Get the technology of tomorrow today at Nissan Now. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Here's Maurice Washington breaking free, and Washington bowls his way into the end zone. And Dion loves it. Look at primetime celebrating. Thompson Robinson taking an end zone shot. He's got it. It's Washington again. Now back inside, and that's number 3. Maurice Washington is the star, and a night full of them here in Orlando.
I'm really under the radar right now.
Not anymore.
I hope not. I hope not.
What a performance at the Under Armour All-America game with 3 touchdowns. Firmly on the radar right now, Tom.
Well, he really is, and not just as a running back, but as an overall athlete. And he mentioned Arizona State recruited him as a corner, and running backs, you can find them. Hard to find corners, so if that's a great recruiting point for you, and Herm Edwards is a defensive secondary guy, it'll be interesting to see that tug-of-war between the offensive approach for Scott Frost at Nebraska and that dynamic running back in the backfield and what ASU is trying to build, hopefully improving their defense.
The first quarter of his state championship game, he had touchdown runs of 91 and 58 yards and also had an interception. So he can do it all. Out of Cedar Hill, Texas, Maurice Washington joins us. Great to see you again, Maurice. Where will you be playing your college football?
Sir, at first I just want to give an honor to God, make sure my mom is straight. I just want to tell her I love her. My dad, rest in peace, my dad in heaven, and my grandfather also. I just want to, I do it for them. I also want to give a shout out to, I also want to give a shout out to Trinity Christian, this wonderful school. They're doing a lot for me here, and Scott Frost is an amazing dude, and so is Coach Herm Edwards. But for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be going to Nebraska.
Maurice Washington headed to Lincoln, Nebraska. What was it about Nebraska that made you want to go there, Maurice?
Man, it was so much. This was a hard decision. I mean, there's a lot of writing on the wall, and I laid out the pros and cons, and I really want to say that I did love Arizona State, but talking to Coach Frost, we had a lot of good conversations, and Coach Hale and Coach Fish, and just the fact that me playing running back would be the best opportunity for me to get where I want to go, and so maybe I can be the face of the program, and we can take this and go get a natty.
I think there are a lot of red-clad fans there in Big Red Country that would agree with that. Like the sound of that. Nebraska recruited you under Mike Riley, and there were some doubters about whether or not you'd be able to make it, some academic questions as well. But they hung with you the whole time, even when Scott Frost came on board. How much did that unwavering support from Nebraska factor into your decision?
That was another thing I was looking into. It was just the amazing fan support and fan base, and they were supporting me 100%. And like I said, this has been a really hard journey, but Scott Frost said, we're going to be with you no matter what you do, and that just felt like there was a real connection there. And so it was deeper than football, it was deeper than me and what I could do on the field. I could really see myself living there for the next 3 to 4 years, so that was a great experience.
You mentioned winning the Natty. Nebraska has not won a conference championship since 1999. From what Scott Frost and his coaching staff have communicated with you and this recruiting class, what makes you think that those big goals are attainable at Nebraska?
First and foremost, anything is possible with God in my corner. So I don't really care much for what anybody has to say about the past. I always look for the future, and I know that what we're doing at Nebraska, what we're going to do is going to be big. And so as long as I can play a part in that role, we can achieve anything. It doesn't matter what people said in the past or who's recruiting who. As long as it's in God's plan,